Emily Whitmire and Hannah Goldy on short notice for UFC Fight Night Smith versus Span. The fight that was originally supposed to happen was Emily Whitmire and Corey McKenna. I'm going to say right now, I probably would have went Corey McKenna to win the fight by submission in the first or second round, something like that. But now we have a much closer fight in Hannah Goldy and Emily Whitmire, which is a 50-50 fight on the betting odds, with Emily Whitmire as a very slight favorite, with the Tapology predictions actually favoring the short notice fighter in Hannah Goldy, who, to be quite honest, has not looked good at all inside the UFC, with 0 wins and 2 losses to Miranda Granger and Diana Belbita, both by unanimous decision. Emily Whitmire, with 4 wins and 4 losses, also hasn't done too good. She got 1 decision and 1 submission win, and every single submission loss inside every single loss in the UFC has been a submission or ground upon TKO loss right there. But for this fight, she's not gonna really have to worry about the wrestling and grappling. That's what she's usually having to worry about. I mean, Jillian Robertson, really good grappler. Amanda Ribas, really good grappler, and then Polyana Viana, all very good grapplers, so I don't really mind her getting submitted by those girls, but none of that's going to happen against Hannah Goldy. Hannah Goldy is going to go out there, put on the pressure, look for some really big shots, because she's going to have that height and reach disadvantage. So just come forward, put on the pressure, put on that volume, and throw some big shots. And when Emily Whitmire's back to the cage, just start throwing, because she has some really solid power in her hands. Out of her 5 professional MMA wins, only one of them is a knockout, but believe me, she's a very powerful girl. I mean, if you look at those arms, she's very powerful. So get the fight to the back of the cage and throw big shots and look for that knockout. But again, I don't necessarily see a knockout from Hannah Goldy. Emily Whitmire is very solid at range, really fast, powerful front kicks to the body. Every now and then, if her opponent is small enough, she'll do the front kick to the face, Anderson Silva style, but that doesn't really happen too often. She also has the outside leg kick, the jab, the 1-2. That jab is going to land a lot in this fight. The straight right as well. That's the game plan. Emily Whitmire is going to go out there, stay on the outside, stay on the back foot, look for the jab as Hannah Goldy's coming in, keep on moving, circling to the outside over and over again, circling around the cage, keep on landing that jab, the 1-2, the leg kicks, that front kick to the body, and mix in takedowns. That's the main other thing I need for Emily Whitmire to do right here, because Hannah Goldy, of course, is going to be looking to go out there, put on the pressure, and look for some big shots. Emily needs to mix in the takedowns. She has pretty solid double leg takedowns and a pretty solid trip takedown as well. That is exactly what she needs to do, is go for the takedowns in the fight. So either way, even if the fight does stay on the feet, I'm going to go Emily Whitmire by a 29-28 decision. But now that she's going to be probably implementing the wrestling and grappling a little bit in the fight, maybe a little ground and pound as well, it just furthers my prediction for Emily Whitmire. So I think she goes out there, keeps the fight at range, jab 1-2s, a little bit of front kicks to the body, leg kicks as well, knees in the clinch if it does go there, and then trying to mix in some of those takedowns as well, staying away from the pressure of Hannah Goldy en route to a decision win. So my prediction right there for Emily Whitmire and Hannah Goldy in the women's flyweight division is going to be Emily Whitmire by a 29-28 unanimous decision, but a very good fight in the women's flyweight division.